discussing the nutrition through the stages of life. How it is important to know what should we intake in our body according to the stages. What if I told you your body nutritional needs change at every stages of life? If you're still eating the same way you did 10 years ago, you could missing out the key nutrients. Let's break it down. What you need to eat each stages for optimal health and longevity. So now, we have here the pregnancy stages. Pregnancy is a time of great transformation for the body. The increase of nutritional needs stem from the fact that the mother's body is not only supporting her own body, but also nourishing a growing of a new life, a baby. We have here the nutritional needs of a mother. Pregnancy demands extra folic acid, iron, and calcium. These nutrients support fetal development and keep mom strong. Also, we should include the water. It's because water keeps the mom and also the baby hydrated. And now, we have here the challenges. First is the morning sickness. It experiences nausea particularly in the first trimester. It can lead to hydration, weight loss, and difficult eating, effectively daily activities. And also, we have here the fatigue. Pregnancy causes significant hormonal changes, which often result to experience tiredness, particularly during the first and third trimester. And lastly is the mood swing. It hormonal frustration can affect the mood of the mom, leading to irritable, anxiety, and feeling of sadness. So that is some of the challenges that the mom experience. Pregnancy demands extra folic acid, iron, and calcium. These nutrients support fetal development and keep mom strong. Also, we should include the water. It's because water keeps the mom and also the baby hydrated. Lactation stage. Lactation or breastfeeding is a crucial aspect of postnatal care that provide newborn with essential nutrients and antibody. It is a nutritional process that not only nourish the baby but also support the mother's physical and emotional well-being. A nutritional needs. Increase caloric intake. A breastfeeding mother requires additional calories and maintain milk production. Second, increase water and hydration. So water is the most essential needs to our body. Not just only for a mother, but as human, we should take water regularly. So for mother, it's adequate hydration and essential for the milk production. Third, increase fiber. A higher fiber intake is important during the lactation for support digestion. Challenges. So here are some challenges that lactation faces. First is the sore nipple. One of the most common issue in the early days of breastfeeding, sore or cracked nipples can result from poor latching. Overactive letdown. In some cases, mother experience the overactive letdown when the milk flow too quickly, when can cause the baby choke. Now is food absorption. Hormonal change can sometimes lead to food absorption, making it difficult to consume a variety nutritional foods. Here are the key nutrients and function of a lactation stages. First is calcium. It maintains the bone health of a baby. Vitamin D acid as calcium absorption support the bone development. Iron, it helps to prevent anemia of the baby. Lastly is the vitamin B12. It supports the baby's nervous system during the development and it helps to cell reproduction. And now we have here the infancy stage. Rapid growth and development necessity high nutritional needs. Exclusive breastfeeding is ideal for a 6-month-old baby. Now we have here the nutritional needs of a baby. First is a high calorie. Protein and essential fatty acids are crucial. Breast milk formula is primary. Solids are introduced after 6 months. So here in the stages is that a baby, the infancy stage, is required to have a breastfeeding to her mother. So one of the most important here is that the baby should intake a breastfeed to her mother, because those nutrients that a mother intake could give to the baby, which is through breastfeeding. So here are the challenges of an infancy stages. First is breastfeeding difficult. Some mother can produce milk, so they could probably buy a processed milk that could somehow don't have the nutrients just like a breastfeeding. Introducing solids, allergies, picky eating, and nutrients differences.
Preschool is a period of rapid growth and development. Nutritional needs are high to support their brain development, physical growth, and immune system maturation. Children are not only develop their physical activities, not only develop their like motors, their control, and their coordination, but also they develop their cognitive abilities, such as memory, their problem solving. So they need to take food that high in vitamins na nakakatulong sa pagpapalakas nila sa kanilang katawan. The challenges of the preschooler is mapili talaga sila sa pagkain. Ang mga pagkain na kanilang pinipili ay hindi nakakabubuti sa pangangatawan. Mahilig talaga sila sa mga matatamis, sa sobrang asim din, at mga pagkain na mga processed food, gaya na lang ng mga hotdogs, mga nuggets, at kasama natin dito ang pagkain ng mga junk foods na hindi talaga nakabubuti sa katawan. Kapag too much na din yung kinakain. Ano ba dapat ang kakainin ng mga preschool stage? So, kailangan nilang kumain ng gulay, prutas, na high sa mga vitamina. So, they need iron. Iron is essential for red blood at nakaprevent ito ng anemia. Nakakatulong ito sa ating dugo. Calcium to support bone growth and development. Nakakatulong din ito sa ating mga buto na mapalakas ito at ang ating ngipin. And also vitamin D. So vitamin D aids calcium, so absorption and bone health. Nakakatulong din ito sa ating mga buto. Childhood stage. During childhood, children need adequate nutrients to fuel their active lifestyle and supports cognitive development. And of course, maintain their healthy growth. So, nutritional needs is a wide variety of nutrient-rich foods is essential to meet increase the energy demand and support growth. So, there are key nutrients and functions. So, ano nga ba dapat yung kinakain ng mga children at this stage? So, yun pa din, kakain pa rin tayo ng mga masustansyang pagkain. So, ano nga ba yun? Yung mga prutas talaga, yung mga gulay, marami namang mga gulay na pagpipilian. Kung ayaw natin ng ganitong gulay, is marami namang gulay na maaari nating magustuhan. Madami din prutas na mga high sa vitamina. Early stages is there are many challenges. No? First is the decreased appetites. Kasi nga, nagbabago ang kanilang pang-amoy at ang kanilang panlasa. And also, chewing and swallowing is difficult for them. Kasi nga, maaaring wala na silang ngipin, kaya nahihirapan silang kumain ng mga pagkain ng mga matitigas. And also, chronic health disease or conditions. So, maaaring alam naman natin na kapag matanda na is madali nang magkasakit. Marami ng mga sakit, and also madali na lang silang mapagod. Also, yung kanilang katawan is mahina na kasi dala na rin ng kanilang kasi nga matanda na sila, dala na rin ng kanilang edad. So, mahina na ang kanilang katawan, mabilis na sila, malilimutin na sila. Hindi naman lahat, pero mostly talaga kapag at this stage is madali nang makalimot, madali nang mapagod, at hindi na gaanong kumakain. And ano nga ba ang mga key nutrients na kailangan nilang i-intake? So, dapat kumakain sila ng mga pagkain na high in protein for essential for maintaining muscle mass and strength. And also calcium and vitamin D. It support bone health and prevent diseases. So, vitamin B, it support their energy levels and cognitive function para hindi sila madaling makalimot. Fiber. So, ano ba ang fiber? It's help for aids and digestion and prevent constipation. At isa na din dito, iwasan din silang pakainin ng mga pagkain na high in sugars, high yung mga maaalat. Kasi hindi ito nakabubuti sa kanilang katawan. Hindi nakabubuti sa katawan ng isang matanda. Also, painumin sila palagi ng tubig. Kung maaari ay vitamin sila, pakainin sila ng gulay, prutas, kasi nakakatulong ito sa pagpapalakas ng kanilang katawan. Hindi din sila pakainin ng mga meat. Kung kakain man sila, hindi naman sa hindi sila pakakainin ng mga meat, but in moderation na lang. At iwasan din silang mapagod. Kasi alam naman natin kapag matanda na, again, madali na lang silang mapagod. Madali na lang silang magkasakit. So, kailangan talaga kakain ng mga masustansya, inom ng maraming tubig para makaiwas sa sakit. So, overall, dapat aware tayo kung ano lang dapat yung ating kainin, kung ano ang dapat iwasan, at ano ang mga pagkain na hindi nakabubuti sa ating kalusugan. Alam naman natin na kapag maging maingat tayo sa ating katawan is hindi tayo madaling magkasakit. Kapag sobrang abusado naman tayo, of course, madali talaga tayo magkasakit, madali tayong madapuan ng mga sakit, at hindi malakas ang ating katawan. So, anong mangyayari kapag hindi tayo kumakain ng mga masustansyang pagkain? Alam natin ang tama at mali, at alam na din natin kung paano mag-balance diet. So, eating too much food, like mga salty food, like mga matataas yung sugar, mga processed food, is kapag too much na yung nakain natin, of course, magkakasakit talaga tayo. So, mas mabuti nang maging maingat, kakain ng mga healthy, gaya ng prutas, gulay, inom ng mga vitamins, mag-exercise, para na malayo tayo sa sakit.